Hi, we're coming to you today from Mobile World Congress in Barcelona, Spain, and we're in the GSMA Innovation City booth. We were invited by the GSMA to give some demonstrations of SIMbae, the SIM-based application engine, and what its value is to the Internet of Things or IoT devices. So SIMbae, fairly simply, is a SIM applet that resides on any SIM card from any manufacturer, all the way back from 2G up to 5G SIM cards, because we're all standards compliant for the 3GPP standards, and which means it also works on the SIM cards from any operator around the world. And when you start to think about the challenges of managing Internet of Things type devices, you start to think that they're all bespoke built. So you have a microcontroller in one that's running the application and maybe controlling a traffic light, whereas you have a different sort of processor that might be in a meter, and makes it very difficult to come up with a standardized architecture and ways to manage devices over their entire lifetime, and more importantly, to secure those devices. Because microcontrollers are not very secure, particularly if you could get access to the device itself. What SIMbae does is gives us the ability to take a standard SIM card and have it still act as a standard SIM card, in which case it authenticates on the network and controls the subscription and roaming of the device, but also uses that same processing power in a very secure manner to host and execute the IoT application itself. So what we have here is a graphic demonstration of the demonstration that we are actually running here at Mobile World Congress, which is a smart traffic light. And in this case, the standard traffic light we have does not have a processor in it. It's just a bunch of wires and some LEDs in here that you need to integrate to a processor and put an application on it to give it some intelligence. We haven't put a processor in it. What we've actually done is taken a standard SIM card and a standard Cat1 module that we can just buy off the shelf, works with anybody's network. And on that SIM card, we've actually installed SIMbae, along with the application that will control that meter. So if we go here, I'm not sure if this will get picked up on the film, but if we touch the sensor, actually it's a motion detector, we just got it set for very close so it doesn't go off very often. It changes the traffic light from green to red. That logic is actually residing on the SIM at that point, and the SIM is talking to the cellular module through the standard SIM toolkit, and then it's bridging into the machine's functions, in this case the light, the sensor, and the various light bulbs through the I/O that's on that cellular module, and then back again. The same path back across so that we can give the application information about what is actually happening on the traffic light. So as we go forward, the benefit of this is that if you're going to connect it to the mobile internet over the mobile network, you're going to have a SIM card in there anyway. It's a sunk cost you need to get on the network. So why not use that excess capacity instead of buying a microcontroller that might be unique or proprietary or have some non-standard way of doing things? Because on the SIM, you have the standard path through the machine, plus it's very secure. You can't hack into it or change the executable code on the SIM without going through network authentication with the algorithm that resides on the SIM and resides back in the network, that then allows you to authenticate and change the information that's on that SIM. So you're utilizing the processing power of a component that you've already paid for, but now you're also exploiting the security features of a SIM, and it was designed specifically to manage subscriptions on the mobile network and do away with fraud, so that's why they're that secure. The benefit of this also is it's deployable anywhere in the world. All SIMs work the same way, and you can also update SIM cards that are deployed in the field through the standard SIM OTA, or over-the-air update method. Again, every operator, every SIM in the world works the same way with that standard. So you're saving money, you're adding security, and you're making your device future-proof going forward.